SeaRaptor, would you like to talk to us about the land and sea aspects of the Hindenburg fleet?
Anything to stop your mouths from moving would be good at this moment. Yes.
The
Yes.
Grinderberg!
No, don't ever call it that again.
Okay,
I will hurt you. Okay, all right. One of the nice things about the German heavy cruisers is that once you get to York and you play through York and you play through Hipper, the playstyle of the ships in general doesn't change all that much. So what Hindenburg is basically a Hipper, but better, right? You're looking at a very similar armor scheme, okay? I've got my 40 millimeter bow strake over a 27 millimeter bow. I've got a little more belt armor, up to 110 here. Okay, I've still got my fancy turtle back that makes me a bit of a brawler here. All right. My AA is better. I have more guns. They reload faster. I have more torpedoes. They reload a little slower because that's how torpedo mechanics work. I have 4 quads now, so I have an even bigger, beefier uppercut punch if I'm able to make it work, right? You see these guys in here. And then the guns with the mod, the main battery mod 3, reload on, I think it's 8.5. Yeah, about an 8.5-second reload. And it's the same, it's the exact same shells, same ballistics as Hipper, a little more range, only a few hundred meters. But what it means is that this ship is a fire-starting horrific monster, right? The struggle with her, that armor scheme works against her a little bit. That extra survivability, she has a lot of HP and a really good armor scheme, but what it means is that armor scheme allows many of the higher caliber battleship shells, 16 inches and up, to bite in at angles that you really wish they wouldn't. One of the reasons that I kind of don't play Hindenburg as much as I once did is because there's been a proliferation of guns in the 16.5 and inch up category at tier 10. Used to be Yamato and Montana and Kurfürst, and that was the world Hindenburg lived in, and in that world Hindenburg was really good. But then some damn fool made Republique, and it was like, oh, I can take 15,000 damage right through the butt because 431 millimeters. Yay! You expect it from Yamato, right? But from something as soft as a Republique that, oh, by the way, can run you down because you're not that fast as a German cruiser. Yeah, that didn't feel so good. So I don't play Indy as much anymore, but she still has an excellent array of tools. One thing I want to point out, and we've talked about the AA up to this point, but Hindenburg is where the German cruiser AA gets obscenely good because they hook her up with the 55 millimeter dual mounts. I'm trying to get the camera to move to one of these, and it's not doing it.
Yep.
But these 55 millimeter mounts make up her mid-range aura. It is c'est magnifique, right? I don't know how to say that in German, but I'm going to learn someday. And it is really, really good. So yeah, she's got a lot of HP, a lot of the same play style as Hipper. You just got more HP, more guns. You're a little more detectable, but she's got a lot going for her. I really, really like my Hindi. So let's get this going.
Yep.
I heard that the Hindenburg had kind of left service for a while, really kind of fallen out of favor for a bit, and then 6 months to a year ago, a bit of a reload buff that just kind of kicked her right back into the mainstream. People were like, "Oh, I remember this ship." Yes.
Yeah. She was very popular back in about Clan Battles season 2 or 3, somewhere in there. And then after she got super popular, Wargaming was like, this ship is popular. Bam, 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 and beat it over the head with the Nerf bat. And like the reload went to crap, and suddenly everybody was like, oh, well, I'm just going to play Henri now. And then we had 3 seasons of Henri running all over everybody before they were like, oh, maybe we should do something about Henri. Yeah, you think? So yeah, I'm a little salty about how Clan Battle's balance has been handled over the years. It's one reason I don't play them much anymore.
Have you been playing the current season?
I have not. I really need to, and I've said this on my own stream before. I need to get over there and give it a shot because the guys that I've talked to and have been watching and chatting about it have been having a good time. So I need to go check it out.
It is a nice break to be playing tier 10 Clan Battles with no CV. Not to suggest that it's not fun with a CV, but it is a very, very nice break.
All right, so Boggzy, I have bad news for you, sir. You are the destroyer on our team.
Yes. You know what's gonna happen for me, right?
Think you're gonna make some kind of Conan the Destroyer joke?
Conan the Destroyer?
Oh,
I think I'm gonna sit in the sea cap. I think I'm gonna sit in the sea cap and do nothing all game.
Seems legit.
I also think that Nakhimov is that Nakhimov is gonna be a real pain in the ass.
I have not actually fought against one of these. This will be my first opportunity. So Based on what I've read, it's really stupid, but I guess we'll find out.
So, what I'm gonna try to do,
chat, get your Fs in the chat ready for SeaRaptor, please.
Here's what I'll try and do. I will try to restrain the Nakhimov, as I do play the MVR as an air superiority style. I do have a full fighter buff on this, so I will see if I can, lessen what is going on for you.
Understood.
Sirs.
So Duckman's asking in chat about the unique upgrade for Hindenburg. My opinion is no. Not because it's necessarily bad, but because it tries to make Hindenburg more survivable. That's fine, but Hindenburg's already pretty survivable. Most of the time, fire damage is fully healable. You're ending up in you burn for a little bit. You're going to heal some of that back anyway. There's a whole lot of things that I look at and I go, nah, I just don't see it, right? I've played with it, I've tested it, but I just don't like it.
I would like to point out that, so a little German on German action, I just was able to AP rocket their enemy Hindenburg for 19.5.
Solid.
Yes, that was nice.
That was good, yeah.
Now, Boggzy, I just want you to know, that's a Petro up there, so
I know.
Stay frosty and stuff. Okay.
I'm super duper aware of his 15-second little puny radar.
Yeah.
Yeah, I am not afraid of the radar from the Petropavlov.
So, are you Hans or Franz today?
Most
maybe
of the people
that's what I'll start
chat,
calling you guys. I start calling you guys Hans and Franz, right? That'd be
you
good.
and I are old enough to remember that. Ahskance says too,
I
but
know.
most of the people are like, the hell is he talking about?
Yeah. Most people will have no idea what I'm talking about. Go to YouTube and look it up, kids.
Hans and Franz. Look it up, guys.
Hans and Franz. Do a search for Hans and Franz SNL, and you'll know what I'm talking
Would
about.
you like to look at our gigantic muscles? Yeah.
Wait a minute. There's a Colorado in this game? This poor bastard.
Oh, no, that's why. That's why the match is smaller than normal. Is because it's a fail div. It's a Colorado and a North Carolina.
Okay, I need to not get shot by this North Carolina. Hang on a minute. I just got shot by the Petro, which is almost worse.
I want to interrupt this. Nakimov's going to be looking for you with Torps. Heads up on that.
Yeah, I see it. Thank you very much.
Out.
Actually, he backed off, yeah.
Oh.
Appreciate the heads up, though.
Might be turning for the Turpits.
Who would you like to see, SeaRaptor?
Honestly, at this moment, I'm doing okay. I would stay a little frosty for that Brandenburg. I think we're about to get eyes on him.
Oh,
there
God,
he is.
yeah, there he is.
Yeah, he's kind of right there. I still want to keep picking on this Rado. He put out my one fire, so I'm going to stay on him for a bit. He and his North Carolina buddy are about to have a little bump and grind back there. Our Turpitz has chosen to continue moving forward until dead.
Okay, Brandy's going to sit there. He wants to be farmed. I encourage any and all.
Okay.
Oh, man, there goes our...
Well, then I will happily take him up on this.
All right.
This offer.
Yeah, he's going to actually move in. Brandyburg.
Well then, let's make him regret his life choices, shall we?
Light him up.
Do you have an idea where the Yumo is? Do you have RPF or no?
I do have RPF,
I do not.
but it's on the Brandy. The closest thing to me is the Brandy, so... Not gonna...
Yeah, Brandenburg is reversing.
I don't think he's getting away from us, though.
No, well, he'll eventually get a little bit of hard cover if he reverses back around this island, but I'm gonna keep hammering him.
Brandyburg really.
I think that was the. I think the Petros finally got me dialed in, but I'm not taking a ton of damage at this range just yet. So
okay.
I need this guy to light on fire.
I know he's really.
No, it's not the Petro. Okay, I'm okay. Yeah, I'm all right. If I can get this guy to light, I think we're gonna be in great shape. But I haven't gotten him to yet. That German fire chant's working against me here. I think we're going to get him now in these next couple of salvos.
Can SeaRaptor interest him in some propane accessories?
There we go, got him.
Seems he bought it.
So all you got to do is click. That internet is really cool, man.
Oh man, you got the propane, man. You got to find something else for yourself, man. I mean it.
So Boggzy, I've discovered that we have a problem, sir.
You called the 9 line?
You and I are this side of the map.
Oh,
just
that's
as
cool.
an FYI. Just as an FYI. So I have a couple of weird options here. I'm actually thinking about charging the North Carolina and the Colorado.
Cool. You want me to be your sacrificial lamb?
I'm also thinking that's a really bad idea, so I haven't decided yet.
Well, I can.
You know what? I say let's do it.
All right.
Let's go out in a blaze of glory.
You know what I'll do is I'll lay a smoke cloud to guard you, so that if you push these guys, you can actually approach unscathed, and you can maybe show off the torpedo power.
What I'm hoping to do actually is drive right between them and torpedo them both. But let's see what we can do.
Before you push, I'm gonna go over there and give you some recon. I'm gonna give you some information.
Okay. All right, slow up a bit. I slow up a bit, Boggzy. I'm gonna keep moving because if I slow down, it'll take me 5 minutes to get moving again. Turn north with that smoke if you can. Because I'm gonna hug this. I'm gonna hug this island as long as possible. Yeah, look at this. They're lining up. The question is, am I gonna? Oh man, it's a lot of 16-inch guns to survive because they're each gonna get off at least.
Guns. You know what I can do?
At least a couple of salvos.
Is I can start softening them up. I can also try and drag their guns out towards the 10 line.
I like that. Yeah, we'll see what happens here. North Carolina's turning in. I'm probably not going to get a shot on him. Let's see what he does with your torpedoes coming in.
Plenty of torpedoes on the North Carolina, which means you might be able to finish him with either your torps or with guns.
Okay, yeah, I've got the AP in the barrels because they're going to show me the perfect angle for it. Not run aground. Don't run aground. Oh, that North Carolina is in real trouble.
That worked. I think, unless they get a lucky shot through your bow, I think both of these guys are yours.
I think I've got the North Carolina. Between my torps and the guns, they can see me now. They know I'm here. But I think my AP alone is gonna be a real problem for these dudes.
I want to watch it on your screen.
Oh, 16K. Have some of that, kids.
You just sling an AP into his side?
Oh yeah, it was a 16K salvo. He's out. The Rado can pin me through the bow, but I am not nearly as concerned with this guy.
Savor this moment, kids. It's not often you can play a tier 10 Hindenburg and get to charge a tier 7 Colorado. This is rare.
You're not wrong. This is unusual. Oh, look at that. 11 full pins through the bow for 11K.
Oh. That's in the chat for this Colorado. Yeah, it was a...
Well, now that worked out okay for everybody involved.
Remember that time you told us to
by everybody involved, I mean us. Yeah, that worked out okay.
Yeah.
So it looks like the Hindenburg might be your next target. Not much else.
Yeah, I'm gonna cut out here. I'm gonna cut out here to mid and try to deal with that guy. I'm gonna go ahead and pop a heal, so I've got a health advantage, and hopefully my heal will be back up by the time I'm heavily engaged with him.
So in order to give out our final Baron, we are going to come up with a question before this match ends. And when I ask the question, the first person to answer correctly will get the final Baron we have for the day.
Ahskance, note the Yugamo's position on the minimap, please.
Oh, buddy! Fine. Richthofen's great at dealing with DDs, right?
Yeah, no problem. How confident are you feeling about your secondaries there, sir? Because that's what you're dealing with.
It's gonna be spicy, chat.
It might be. I mean, I do have some pretty significant stuff here, but the real question is, how extremely slow are we going to be turning? The answer is very extremely slow. So, yep, we are super dead here.
Spice level midnight.
Oh my god, you are screwed.
Yeah.
That Yugamo is going to have his fun.
Yep.
Whisk goes the CB.
2 scoops of Ahskance for that Yugamo right there.
I can, however, light the Yugamo for the Bayard. Maybe he'll be able to take care of it and avenge my death.
There's the Baron, there's the Bayern, there's the Bayard. Is there anything else we're missing?
There's bye.
No, he said Bieber, not the Backstreet Boys.
Oh. That's bye in it. What do you want from me?
Well, it's not easy to be entertaining on command. It's not easy. Oh, God.
So, in honor of our special guest, because you were saying that you were going to make up a question, and the fastest one in chat to get the answer is going to be the one that takes the barn.
Yeah.
Could it be possible?
Don't ask the question yet because they'll just start saying the answer.
Could it be possible that SeaRaptor has some kind of interesting German cruiser-related question that he could either give to you or pronounce himself, and could catch that first person Twitch chat?
Sure.
I think so.
You have to give me a minute though. I'm kind of involved. So
He's involved.
Hold a moment, please. I'm trying to kill this opposing Hindi and.
Thank you. Please stand by.
Trying not to die while doing it. Oh come on, dude! I had like 400 HP left. Give me a break.
Gonna die to my Oh no, he's healing, so he might.
No, he's not. He's healing. He's gonna die to that salvo that I just laid on him.
Wish.
Wait, is Raptor gonna get his own Nakamov?
I gotta think about how to phrase this.
Phrasing is everything, SeaRaptor.
It's yes. It's a German cruiser question. So let's think about how to phrase this. There were, I think, 5 Hipper-class ships built, but one of them, in particular, had a very ignominious end. And did not actually participate well in combat. In other words, I don't know that she ever really even fired a shot in combat. Who knows the name of that Hipper-class ship?
I've already seen it in chat.
Well, then that's the person that answered.
Yep, I think the very first one, pretty sure it was Ensign Cthulhu. Blucher. The Blucher was
Indeed. There we go.
Blucher.
Well done.
SeaRaptor, where exactly did Blucher, the Admiral Hipper-class heavy cruiser of the Kriegsmarine, where did it meet its ignominious fate, as you?
So, during the German invasion of Norway, Blucher was assigned to ferry troops up the Oslofjord to capture the Norwegian capital.
Oslofjord.
But there was a particularly aspiring, audacious, I don't know how you want to phrase it, a particularly good, on the ball Norwegian home defense colonel manning the fjord that night. His boys spotted the ship in darkness. He fired some torpedoes, and Blucher took, I think, at least 1, if not 2, sank very quickly, and did not achieve her objectives by any stretch of the imagination.
Not only that, like, it's a really interesting story, and if you guys are at all interested in naval history, SeaRaptor chose a great story to highlight because the Norwegians were not aware that they were under attack. Like, it was the Germans made it basically a surprise attack against Norway, and in doing so, they sent this big heavy cruiser up the fjord towards Oslo, and in doing so, they basically were only up against essentially an old, like a derelict, obsolete fort that was sort of manned by like part-timers, reservists, and the guy that the commander of this, which Raptor was pointing out, I believe he was actually like about to retire. He's literally that meme of like, I was 2 days from retirement.
Yeah,
and then the Germans invaded. Like, he's that guy.
Literally.
For this ship. Yeah, I'm too old for this ship.
Yeah.
That's right. And so he gets word that an unidentified heavy cruiser is coming up the fjord, and he's like, what the hell could that be? Like, Norway's not really in possession of any heavy cruisers of the type that are being described, so he basically, and it's nighttime, so he can't visually see it. He's just being told, and he's been told, like, this thing it's probably hostile, so he has to decide, do I have the fort's really old, like, not even standardized caliber port guns attempt to shoot this thing and risk getting destroyed, or do I say maybe it's an ocean liner that's lost its way or something? Who knows?
Yeah, because it's the middle of the night, like it's pre-dawn.
Yeah, and he decided. He just said, "Well, I forget
screw
what
it."
Yeah, he said, "Screw it."
I'm doing my job.
Wait. I might, and I could be wrong on this. But the gentleman of the hour, the one that earned the barn, Ensign Cthulhu, did type something in chat, which was that I just saw this. It's hiding. I will either be decorated or court-martialed.
Fire! There we go.
Yeah, there you go.
There it was.
Decorated or court-martialed.
I like it.
So he and this antiquated old artillery piece from the fort. That's like the fort was in the middle of an island in the middle of the fjord. He opens up on the Blucher, and the Blucher opens up back on them. But then there were these old land-based torpedo launchers that they weren't even sure were going to work because
he weren't even sure it was going to work.
Yeah, because how often does the Oslo Fjord launch torpedoes? Like, not a lot. And they opened up and they tossed some torpedoes from a land-based torpedo launcher, and they struck the Blucher, like SeaRaptor said, a couple times, knocked its ass right out, and that was the magnanimous end of the KMS Blucher.
Indeed.
The Lutzow was destroyed. I think the Lutzow was also a Admiral Hipper, right?
She was, but if memory serves, I'm trying to think. Eugen and Hipper served the North Atlantic. Blucher was sunk. Lutzow was the one they sold to the Soviets.
Really?
Yeah, there was this whole deal. They had transferred the ship to St. Petersburg. Is that what it was? Okay, well, whatever.
It was originally named the Deutschland.
Seydlitz. I'm sorry. Dreadbore's got it right. Seydlitz, it was the one they sold to the Russians. My apologies. I forget. I wrote all of this. I wrote all of this in Hipper's wiki entry in the Warships Wikipedia. By the way, go to the World of Warships Wikipedia. Years ago when I built that page, but it's been so long since I wrote it, I've kind of forgotten some of the history.
I'm gonna go ahead and step in real quick. Griff Prime says, so how long do I have to watch to get the tokens for the time I'm watching? More than 2 hours and still not one drop. Two things, Griff Prime. The community tokens are for the channel. So obviously we would love you to join people that are putting out a community stream for your server. So if you're on the North American server, by all means join us. If you're on the server, the same. You do get a lot of cross attendance.
Great screen.
There are several different streams that do occur on this channel in other languages, time zones, that just watching the channel you will be able to catch up on a drop that you may have missed. So don't be afraid to hop in. You might not quite understand the language, but you will definitely understand the community tokens that you will get to finish that off. Secondly, if you are not getting them, do not be afraid to go to your World of Warships account and unlink Twitch, relink Twitch. Sometimes Twitch does something a little rare, in which case maybe you're just going to have to reset the connection. As many people have learned for how to make technology better, turn it off and turn it back on again, fix almost all the issues. So go ahead and turn it off, turn it back on again, give it a try, and maybe catch another stream since this one is almost over.
GG, boys. Boggzy, where was your... How much damage you rack up that game? You had some good torpedo salvos.
I did have some good torpedo salvos. In that match, I got... Let me just... I ended with 106,002 kills.
Nice.
Not bad for a Z52.
No, solid game. Solid games. I like that. That's a good. And that we got that fancy division achievement for 50% of the total normal HP of all enemy ships. Nice.